testing the microphones and the cameras right now. How do we look?
You look beautiful.
Yeah, you sound beautiful.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's going to be a big show today.
Yeah.
I was checking the schedule. You know, I always like to be surprised, not to know who's coming. So we got a guy that's going to come in. He's a local wine guy. And he's going to teach us all about wine and his place and everything. But it's also Magic Day. Can you see? We got another guy over here. Diamond
Yes.
Jim. Welcome. We're gonna hear more from you in a bit. But Diamond Jim, Tyler, I love magicians. If you've seen the show, you know that. Dave and I both.
We're having a lot of fun here.
I don't want to speak for you, David. You love magicians.
Oh,
too.
heck yeah. Shoot, are you kidding? I got the Blackstone Magic kit when I was a kid.
Right.
You know, it was a box and it had a little cardboard thing that you set the top on it.
And you're a
I
TV
could do all
producer
this.
today.
Yeah, and now I'm doing this.
But could you do stuff when you
Yeah,
little
yeah.
Dave?
Yeah, I had some coin tricks and a few things like that. I've never gotten really dexterous with my fingers, you know.
Right.
Like I was watching him earlier. We was playing with a deck of cards and he was just like cutting them with his hands. I can't do that yet, and I can't roll quarters and stuff. But
So,
actually, all three of my girls are good like that.
Okay, so this is a little lead in. We're just kind of tweaking the dollars and everything, but I got you here. I'm taking advantage. Boom. Can you
All right.
do a little something?
Do something, Magic Boy.
You mentioned coins.
Oh, just happen to have some. Okay.
There we are.
I've got a couple of different. I've got a silver $50.
Yeah.
And a copper English penny.
Nice. Oh,
All right. I like to use it because it's the same size. Yeah, just think how big their $50 are. Huge over there.
Like a manhole.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one very fairly, put it in my pocket, and you have to remember which one's left in the hand.
Okay.
So you have to know which coin's left. Do you know which one?
Well, supposedly it's the silver one.
Let me start over. Okay, you got two.
You got both
All right,
of
you
them
got
here.
copper.
Yeah.
You got silver.
Yeah.
So if I take one, the silver,
the
put it
silver.
here, that leaves the.
It's got to be the copper
Let me start
one.
over. Okay, you got two coins. This one's my favorite, the $50, and I'll tell you why. Because that coin, when it was a baby, when it was a nickel, I taught it how to walk. That's what he was talking about.
Oh, look at that, walking.
You know, most coins fall down.
Yeah.
This one's got an eagle on it. So check this out. I actually taught it how to fly. Give an instant replay here. It's just going, hup, go straight up like that. Aren't you glad I use my powers for good?
I am glad you do use your powers for good. Yeah,
So we got the
I could
copper.
be naked at any point now. I can see where this is
I already
going.
am.
The copper, the silver goes here.
Yeah.
And that leaves which one?
That's I got it. It's the bronze one this time. I see it.
Until I do the secret move. Do you know the secret move?
Of course not.
That's when you move out in the middle of the night.
Oh, I do know it.
Okay.
I've experienced that before.
So watch. What I do is when I snap, it jumps out of my pocket, in my hand, up my sleeve, across my shoulders, right back over here.
Oh, there it is.
So this one's for the money. Here, I'll reach in. Okay, I got the copper one.
Copper one, yeah.
Put it here. I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
Tell me how many are in my hand, Brian. If you're right,
Yeah.
I'm going to give you all three of them.
Okay, I guess I'll go 3.
Actually, it's into the trick. But, yes,
That's Diamond Jim Tyler, everybody. We're gonna learn more about him later. But we're chatting off the air. You're a local guy. You're a local
Yep.
North Texas guy.
born and raised in Dallas.
But you performed everywhere.
all over the world.
That's
It's
awesome.
a hard way to make an easy living.
Well, you've been doing it quite a while, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I
What-
wasted the first 4 years of my life.
You wasted it?
Yeah, I didn't do magic till I was 5. So.
So when was your first, how old were you when you first got paid to do this stuff?
6. Grandma.
First time Grandma gave me a quarter.
And then I made it disappear.
My first professional gig was my business law teacher. He had me do magic in his class, and I think he hired me to do something for his church.
Wow.
And that was 16, I think.
It's
And then it all kind of took off.
kind of
from
went
there.
off from
So,
there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
B law stuff. And so, again, we're going to learn more about later, but you're not just a magician, you're an author. You've written a lot of books. You can probably see them here on the table.
Yeah, the Bamboozler books.
Bamboozler books. So we're going to learn about bamboozling people. He and I have a common love for poker. I kind of have a feeling one of us may be a little bit better than the other. Now, I'm not a bad poker player. I want to get that on record, but I surrender, man. I've already seen what you can do with coins. I can imagine do the same thing with poker chips.
Yeah.
So I've got 30 seconds here, so I don't know I have time to see anything
Yeah, I
else.
don't know if I have.
But we're getting all warmed up here. Dave, how are the dolls doing?
Oh, we're doing good.
Dolls are tweaked. You want to
Good.
ask Diamond Jim anything before we get rolling?
So were you when as a kid did you say I'm going to be a magician and you just worked towards that ever since?
Well, I always loved magic,
Yeah.
but I never knew, that I would do it for a living until my last year in college, I was working on my criminology degree. I paid my way through college doing magic, and I found out I had cancer, I had Hodgkin's disease,
Oh,
so I had
no.
to drop out, take care of the cancer. And so after going through all that, I thought, you know what, life's short. You should do
Yeah.
what you love. And so I started competing in contests and winning, and then my first book, I wrote it and it became a bestseller in the magic world. And before I knew it, all these conventions that I used to pay to go to were asking me to come.
Sounds to me like
awesome.
Overall, somebody had a plan for you all along.
Yeah,
What's
good.
the saying? Man makes plans and God laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's start our show, guys.
All right, thank you. We'll see y'all soon. Hey guys, look at us. It's Magic Day here on All In. We love this day of the week. It just intrigues me. I actually got to the point now to where I'm so hooked, I look forward to Magic Day because ever since I was a little kid, I love magic. And I've mentioned it before. By the way, Diamond Jim, I'm so sorry. Didn't introduce you just yet. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Welcome
thanks for
aboard.
having me.
Diamond Jim is our guy today. Diamond Jim Tyler.
Easy for you to say.
Hard for me to get out after our last segment, but we won't go into that. But I've always liked magic, particularly the close-up stuff.
Yeah.
Now, do you do everything, all sorts of magic?
I
or
do
you have
stand-up comedy magic, and I do sleight of hand close-up. That's my first true love.
Okay.
So I started practicing magic when I had cards in my hand when I was 2.
2 years
I knew every
old.
card in the deck when I was 2 and could handle a deck. And by the time I was 5...
You can handle a full-size deck when you're 2 years old?
Yeah, I have pictures to prove it.
That's awesome.
And when I was 5, I got my first magic book from Disney World that taught me over 100 tricks with a regular deck of cards. And that was my foundation. That's how I got started.
At 5 years old. And we're getting to touch on this in a minute, but you mentioned books. You're also a writer.
Yes, I've written 4 books.
4 books.
On magic. I have them here.
Just happen to have them here?
My first book was called Pockets Full of Miracles and went out of print, and I sold the rights to Dover Books.
Okay.
And they retitled it and recovered it. And it's
But you still get credit for writing it.
Yeah, it's still
right there.
It's the same book.
Right.
This book helped pay for my first house, and
Good for
very
you.
proud of it. It's that hard stuff.
Okay.
The real sleight of hand
Keep
stuff.
that one away from me. I couldn't learn those.
And then the easier ones are my Bamboozler books. They're
Bamboozlers.
Yeah, it's the book of bankable bar betches, brain bogglers, belly busters, and bewitchery.
Wow.
Try to say that fast.
That's
3
alliteration,
times.
I believe.
It is.
Yeah.
And so each one of these has 75 different bits of business with things that you can do in bars. You can walk in with nothing and entertain somebody with a toothpick or a napkin
I
or
could
a
win a
spoon.
drink making a cherry
Yeah,
disappear.
make other people pay for your drinks.
Awesome.
So, for example, I'll give you a Bamboozler.
Yeah, do.
All you have to do to win a free drink is count 10 to 1 backwards without messing up.
Okay.
10 to 1 backwards without messing up.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry, you messed up. 10 to 1 backwards is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh,
8, 9, 10.
nice.
So it's just full of stuff like that.
I like that.
Psychological things.
1 to 10 backwards would be 10 nice. I like
That's
that.
right.
Okay.
But there's sleight of hand things in there too. Things I used in my professional work all the time. I grew up doing magic in restaurants and bars for
Here
like
in the North Texas area?
Yeah, for 19 years.
Wow.
And I was doing 8 restaurant shifts a week, 1 every night and 2 on Sunday.
All as a magician?
Mm-hmm. Started doing that when I was 16.
Would I know any of the restaurants? I've lived here my whole life.
In Mesquite, there was Tia's.
Tia's, yeah.
That's where it all started. And then I went on to do Papados for many years. And then there was a place called Slider and Blues.
Sure.
I was their house magician. I helped put a lot of restaurants out of business.
You made them disappear, as they say, right?
I think because magic sometimes is like, they're like, what are we going to do to make people come in? And they try things. And
well, I wouldn't put that on yourself. You know, people love magic, but then you've gone on. Have you done magic everywhere?
In the last 10 years, I've done 46 states, 29 countries. I mean, I performed in castles. I performed in, tornado shelters. I performed on moving
prisons. Have you done magic in a prison?
I've done magic.
You really did do magic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you? And I know you've got a billion of these. This is a talk show, so I got to ask, and then we're going to get you to do something. Give me a funny story, maybe something where it didn't go right, or just something that was funny.
Yeah, here's one. When I was the house magician at Papados one night, we had lots of travelers. I was there for 5 years, 3 nights a week. And I remember this one group, every time I got anywhere near them, they would look at me sideways.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, are they joking around? Are they serious? And so I thought, I'll just find out what this is all about. Well, as soon as they began to speak, there was 8 of them. I realized everyone at that table was from Jamaica.
Okay.
And Jamaicans, as part of their culture, whether they believe in it or not, they believe in voodoo.
Okay.
Part of their upbringing. So I thought, okay, when I'm at the other tables and they're hearing people scream and fires coming from my wallet, in the back of their mind, they got to be thinking, is this real?
Uh-oh.
And so I thought, I'll win them over. And there's a classic in magic called sponge balls, where a magician has a little red ball, it's spongy.
Okay.
1 changes to 2 and 2 changes to many.
Yeah.
I thought, I'll do the sponge balls. I'll win them over. And one of the gags I do, a lot of magicians do it, is I'll take 1 ball, change it to 2, and I say, here, you hold this one. Someone else hold this one. I say, watch what happens when I snap my fingers. When they open their hands, nothing's happened. But I go, look, they switch places. It's a silly joke. Makes people laugh. And then that underwhelms them, and then I want to overwhelm them with some real magic. And so on this night, remember, they're afraid. They haven't seen a thing.
Right.
So I said, here, you hold this one. You hold this one. I said, watch what happens when I snap my fingers. And when I did, the power went out in the whole neighborhood.
Oh!
And so they scattered in 8 different directions and never came back.
Did you get your balls back?
I don't even remember. It was worth it. So.
Wow, that's pretty good timing there. So, and ever since then, you've been trying to perfect that trick. And
actually, that has happened to me 4 times now, where I've snapped my fingers in the power.
Please don't do it. We have enough trouble around here with the power as is.
All right.
Diamond Jim Tyler, everybody, a magician and an author. We've heard you talk about Matt. You got to show me something.
All right.
I'll put you on the spot right here.
All right. Well, cards are my first love.
Mine too.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, well, that's the name of the show, all in.
Well, that makes sense. I'm a big poker player. I play about 6 or 7 tournaments a week right now.
Okay.
I've been doing that for over a year.
We'll talk off air.
And I've yet to tell anyone in the group that I'm a magician.
That's smart.
And that's because, what, if I was to win, they think he's cheating.
Right.
But what's worse for me, if I was to lose, they
You're
think
a
I was a
terrible
bad
magician.
Right?
I got it.
And I've got a reputation.
Keep that quiet. Yeah.
So I'm going to have you, we're going to pick 10 cards.
Okay.
Let's just take 10 cards. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10 cards. You're going to pick 5 of these for you.
Okay.
5 for me.
All right.
And guess what? I'm going to win.
Oh, I lose.
I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm an honest cheat. So,
It's like we played before.
so let's do this. You're going to choose one for you, put it face down on the table.
Okay.
And then the other is a burn card. Which one of these do you want for you?
I'll take the bottom one for me.
That felt like a free choice, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now you're choosing for me. Which one's for me?
Well, you have the top one.
The top one's for me. Make sure I don't cheat or
Yeah,
switch
you got
them,
the top
all right?
one. All right.
So now you're choosing for you.
I'll go top this time.
Top, all right. And now you're choosing for me this time.
You can have top.
The top? Okay,
Yeah.
we'll speed things up.
Okay.
Choose 2 for you.
2 for me. I'll go with the 2 on the top.
2 on the top.
1,
like so.
2. Yeah.
Now you're choosing 2 for me.
All right. You can have the 2 on the outside, the one out there and the one
Here,
there. Yeah.
here.
That's correct.
Normally I don't let people look at their cards, but go ahead and look at your cards.
Can I look at these?
And yeah.
It's just me. Nobody
and you
else
can
see.
have whichever one of these cards you like. Just take either card. It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
Okay.
What did you end up with? I want to see what I got.
Well, I got a full house.
Wow, you got a boat.
Yeah, a boat.
Queens
3
over
queens
9.
and
Isn't
2
that nice
nines.
that you gave me the
Yeah.
4 aces? So.
I gave you all 4 aces.
So
Yeah, it's as if we played together before, Jim. That was pretty good. Diamond Jim.
pretty good.
Well, I was beyond pretty good. So where does the diamond part come from, Diamond Jim?
So whenever I first started doing magic professionally, I was 16. I realized from talking to customers that they had a hard time remembering
Jim?
magicians' names.
Okay.
Because anytime you do magic for someone, they like to tell you the stories of their other magical encounters. Like one time I met a guy and my card was in his shoe, and I go, who was it? Like, I don't know his name, but he had a curly mustache. And so at the time I didn't know that many magicians. And so I thought, man, people can't remember people's names. So I thought, I need to have a handle. And every time I would do magic for my stepfather, he'd say, hey, Hollywood, hey, Diamond Jim. I thought, oh, Diamond. That conjures up images of a con man, a cheat. Diamond is my birthstone.
I'm in.
So I was like, I'll just put Diamond in front of my name. And it served me well. If you Google Diamond Jim, I'm the first thing that pops up now.
Nice.
Who doesn't want Diamond Jim at their party? It makes people smile
That's
when they
the guy
say
you
it.
want to hire.
Right. So here, I'll show you something else.
Okay.
Do we have time for this?
Sure. No money has exchanged hands. Let me get that, honey, in case you're watching.
Well, I don't really need to mix these up because we're just going to use the 4 aces. This
Sure.
is more of a gambler's
Nice.
move that I'm about to show you, more than a magician's move.
Okay.
I can use any cards, but I'm going to use the aces, the ace of clubs, the hearts, the spades, the diamonds.
Yeah,
Just
all
set these
4 of
here.
them.
What I'm going to attempt to do, without you seeing it, is turn over each ace face down one at a time.
Okay.
So it's imperceptible. Did you see the first ace of clubs just flipped?
Did it?
Yeah. I'm going to do it again with the ace of hearts.
Wow, okay.
That's the second one that's gone.
Now we got 2 that, oh,
All
okay,
right.
yeah.
Watch the next one, the ace of spades. That's 3 out of the 4 that have already turned over.
Look at this.
Now watch the last one, the ace of diamonds. All 4
Are
aces
they all going to be
face
down now? Goodness gracious.
I'll make them come back. Ace of spades is back, just that quick. And what's interesting is if you have 4 cards, if you have 1, 2,
What?
3, 4 cards, anybody can.
Outstanding.
I'm the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, you are the best I've ever
you.
seen today. No, I had to say that because we have a lot of magicians on the
Yes,
show.
a lot of my friends have been on the show.
But hopefully they're not watching because that was the best I've ever seen. That was really good stuff,
you,
Diamond
thank
Jim.
you,
I like
thank you,
that.
thank
So do you, you're available for everything. I mean, if I was having a holiday party and want you to roll over and entertain my guests, you'd probably be happy to do that. Or are you bigger than that?
All of my shows are private gigs, so if I'm not performing magic, I'm lecturing on magic.
Oh, so you lecture?
yeah.
You actually teach?
Yeah, so like when I said I travel, a lot of that is lecturing on magic around the world, and I have 50 products, 30 things that I created. I have 10 DVDs and my books, and so like this week, I fly to Hollywood on Wednesday. Today's Monday, right? And then I'll do a show called Booby Trap that night. It's a variety show.
Okay.
And I'll be doing a lot of close-up sleight of hand magic.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Okay.
And then I'll go to the Magic Castle where I'm a member.
Can you tell me about Magic Castle real quick? Because I've always heard of this place.
The Magic
it's a big deal when a magician gets invited.
It's a Victorian mansion. It's been around. It's been around a long time, but it's been the Magic Castle for about 60 or so years, and it's the Carnegie Hall for magicians.
Yes.
That's where the best of the best perform. And luckily, I've had the honor of doing a couple hundred shows.
Well, it shows
there.
up in movies.
Yeah, and it's an exclusive club. No one can just walk in.
Do you
You
get
have
to go
be
to
invited.
the back part?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And so I've last time I was there, I did magic for John Legend and his wife Chrissy Teigen. I did magic for Aaron Paul of Breaking Bad recently there.
Yeah.
I did Katy Perry's birthday party there. I mean, it's just a cool venue because people are there to see magic. And and there's lots of showrooms. There's close up and stand up, and you can see stage shows. And
so is there like rabbits running all over the place that got away from
no,
different
they frown on livestock running around because there's a restaurant.
Oh yeah, I
as
guess the health department kind of trumps magic at times.
But yeah, I'll be out the Magic Castle, and then later that week I'll be lecturing for a company called Penguin Magic. They're the largest online retailer.
Dave, did you hear that one? Penguin Magic. I love penguins. Dave gives me a hard time on penguins.
And so there's a conference they're having that weekend, and there's about 6 or 7 of us well-known magicians, and people are paying to come in and learn from us.
Maybe you can perform for the Emperor there at the Penguin Conference.
Maybe, the Emperor Penguin.
Little penguin humor, just for my buddy Dave. Loves the penguin humor.
Very little penguin humor.
So do you ever do stand-up comedy without any magic to it?
I always use magic.
Kind of sets you apart from the other guy.
Yeah, and it's what I do. So
so when you're saying a guy walked in the bar with a parrot on his head and you're actually doing a trick at the same time, it makes it a whole different joke.
Right.
At that point.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, we've got about a minute to go here on this first segment, but I would love for you to hang around.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about some more stuff. Too late for me to start another trick, but I want to going back to the Magic Castle real quick. How does one get an invite? Did you perform somewhere and somebody said, "Hey, come with me"?
Well, I had won an award and my first book had come out, and so that's what got me in as a performer there. And then after they obviously liked it, then they had me come back and do more each year.
So we got your website here on the screen. Can we get to all the books and everything?
Of course, yeah, all my products on my site. And a lot of people like to use YouTube and Twitter and Google and Facebook.
Yeah, to watch
There's a site that's better that combines all of them.
Okay.
It's You Googling Twitface. And if you type in YouGooglingTwitface.com, it'll take you right to my website as well.
You Googling Twitface, everybody. We're going to be right back here in studio. While you go check that one out, we're going to stay here with the real deal himself, Diamond Jim Tyler. He's going to amaze us with some more stories and some more magic. Catch you here in a little bit. Hey, we're in here in studio on Magic Day on All In with our new friend, our new magician friend, and author friend, and stand-up comic friend. Diamond Jim Tyler is here with us. We were chatting off air. We have a lot of things in common, playing cards and whatnot, but you, as opposed to me, can actually make money playing with cards. I hadn't quite figured that part out just yet.
Oh, yeah.
But we were talking last segment, so you've been just recently, in the last not too long, to 29 countries?
Yes.
And 46
states.
Have you been to all the states yet?
No, I'm going to try to knock out the last 4 next year. I only count them if I performed them.
Right.
In them. So.
Well, you ought to be able to knock them out.
Yeah, I've got to do the Dakota Territory, basically.
No, well, that's okay.
So,
you could roll through an Indian casino up there or something and call it a day. Have you gone the cruise ship route?
I've thought about it. I have a lot of friends
because
that
a lot
have
of
done
magicians do.
But my main thing was I wanted to travel the world, and I've been able to do that with what I do. So I don't want to be trapped on a ship for months.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Our last guest was trapped on a ship for months, but he was in the Navy, so it was a little different. A little different situation.
Well, I guess that would be
for that. You get paid as well. So we mentioned your books. We mentioned your. You actually go to. So if somebody was an up and coming magician, they can go to a seminar and learn from you.
They can.
Did you have someone on that end when you were learning, or where did you get your stuff?
I grew up working in a magic shop.
Okay.
As a teenager.
In the West End, by any chance?
No, that was my buddy Dal that was here. He had his shop in the West End. No, there was a shop in Garland, then it moved to Dallas, and I helped run that shop for 7 years. And then later I owned a shop for years.
Like Phil Dunphy.
Yeah, kind of like Phil Dunphy, yeah. I love that show.
I do too. I like that show.
So I'm going to show you something because I know we have poker in common.
Yeah.
I'm getting really good at reading tells.
Okay.
And so we're going to try something with a die. I want you to, if you roll the die, you might think that it's loaded. It's not a loaded die. Right. So I want you to think of a number.
Off of this die.
Think of a number.
Got it.
And whatever number you think of, put that number up when I look away.
Okay.
And then make sure the other guys see it. And before I turn back around, I'll have you cover it up.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so let me know when you've done that.
I'm putting this number up. You got that, Dave?
Yeah.
I know, but I want the camera to see it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, number is up.
And they all saw it?
Everybody see it? Did you see it, Ray? Okay.
All right, so I can look. So usually what happens is when I ask somebody to pick a number 1 through 6, they don't pick 1 or 6 because I said in between. So they jump to the middle and they think 3 or 4. Right. And from what I'm saying and the way you're acting, I feel like I'm on the right track. So
I'm the worst player ever.
And so now I have to decide, are you a 3 guy or a 4 guy? And you just told me what I needed to know. I'm going to say it's a 4. So, okay. Now some people think I get lucky. So I'm going to do it again. Pick whatever number you like. I'll look away.
Do I do it with the dice again?
Yeah. Okay. Just think of a number. Put that number up.
All right. Here we go. Wait a minute. Got it. Got it. Covered up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And they saw it?
Y'all saw it?
Yeah.
Stu, you good? Okay. We're all good.
Okay. I just didn't want to turn around too early. So this time I want you to watch my finger. I'm going to look for a tell or a read on you. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to try again, see if I see what I'm... 1, 2, 3,
just like the cop the other night.
5, 6. Okay. There was one number in particular where when I was drawing it, doing the air writing, you were watching very closely. You started to pay attention when I started to draw that number, the 4, for the second time. You picked the 4 again, didn't you? Okay.
That's certainly good. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
That's pretty good stuff.
So, but I tried something. I like to plant things in people's subconscious.
Yeah.
I want to see if this works. Pick a different number that you're going to feel like it's a free choice. Think of a number and then put that number up.
Okay, different one. Mm-hmm. This will not be number 4. This will be a totally different number. All right, the number is up and my hand has covered it.
And they all saw it?
Everybody saw it? Yeah.
Okay. Well, when I was doing the sky writing, all the numbers were facing me.
Okay.
When I was drawing them in the air.
Oh, right.
Except one of them, I flipped the number backwards. And I did that to plant it in your subconscious. I went like this. I went 1. Yeah. The 2 I drew backwards. 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. And I did that each time. So what that does, it plants it. I'm hoping you picked the 2 because of that. You did pick the 2. Okay.
That's the best yet. Diamond Jim Tyler, everybody. Wow. Get on this website, folks. He's got books. I don't know you can learn that from, but you're going to learn something. And you may never pay for a drink again if you get these other books over here. Bamboozle your buddies.
A little more sleight of hand.
Oh, we got cash.
Bamboozle your friends. So
yeah.
Was that $5?
5 ones.
Nothing to get excited about, right?
Well, I'm a little excited.
Just point to one. I'm going to try something with
Just
one.
point? Okay, I'll point to that one right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to change it right before your eyes.
Okay.
Watch. Don't blink. 1, 2, 3, boom, just like that.
They're all hundreds now, everybody.
Actually, these are ones, but if you have a good imagination, you're seeing hundreds.
Oh,
would you like to keep one as a souvenir?
Well, that'd be kind of cool.
You do have a good imagination.
Yeah, I'm very imaginative, aren't I? Goodness gracious. So, he just made $495 right here in front of me.
It's a good day.
I don't think I want you buying in at my poker game. We'll figure that part out later. Because I'm guessing they could go the other direction at any given moment.
You got time for one more?
Sure, I got time.
We'll try this. This is just for you. You know, people when you play poker, they want to know if you use mark cards. And mark cards are not something you can buy. They're something you have to make. Okay. You have to mark the backs. And now everything has a barcode on it. Mm-hmm. When you buy a banana, it has a barcode on it.
Yeah, it does.
And so I put a barcode on the side of the deck. So first I'm going to have you pick a card. I'm going to try to find your card using the barcode. So I'm just going to riffle through the cards like this. Right. And as I do, just say when or say stop.
Okay, stop.
Okay, remember that card, the number, the suit of it.
Got it.
Okay. Now in a shuffled deck of cards, it's really hard to find your card. So I'm going to unshuffle the cards.
Oh, unshuffle.
And unshuffling is actually more difficult than shuffling because you have to be precise. You have to cut 26 cards in each hand, which is what I just did.
A little tricky.
You have to interlace them perfectly, like I just did.
Goodness.
So now look, they're perfectly unshuffled. Can you read that? Can you zoom in and see that?
It says unshuffled right there on the side.
It says 4 times.
Yeah.
I'm going to unshuffle them some more.
Okay.
And say this is difficult because you have to cut 26 cards perfectly. 26. They have to be perfectly interlaced. You can't miss one card. Okay. And now look, they're about halfway unshuffled. Can you see that?
Yeah, half and half. Unshuffled.
Now to completely unshuffle the deck.
This is crazy.
This is one of the hardest things I ever learned how to do. He uses what's called a Pharaoh shuffle.
A Pharaoh shuffle?
After the old Wild West game, Pharaoh.
Oh, okay.
So now the deck is completely unshuffled.
Unshuffled.
Now what that means, remember how they were mixed up? Now they're in order. Ace to king, king to ace, just like when they came out of the box for the very first time. Now here's the cool part. What card did you choose?
I chose the 10 of hearts.
Now it's in the box.
My 10 of hearts is over here?
The box has been there the whole time. Pick it up.
Do I look in it?
Yeah, take a look. Is there anything? No, I mean it's actually printed in the box. You see that?
Oh, there it is. It's printed on the side of the box, folks. 10 of hearts.
Printed in there. And I only do this on special occasions. So here we'll do this. We'll take the cards, kind of rearrange things.
Yeah.
And so now it actually says...
All in on Biz TV. He's got our show right here on the side of the cards, everybody. Wow. I appreciate that.
So that's a souvenir for you.
Goodness gracious.
You're going to want to hold on to these because one day they're going to be worthless. So.
No, they're not going to be worth. This is unbelievable. I picked that card. It's in the box. We're on the. Okay. All right. Can I set this over here to the
That's
side?
yours to keep.
All right, folks. That's the one, the only Diamond Jim Tyler. I understand why you threw the diamond in there now. There's lots of Jim Tyler, but there's only one Diamond Jim that can pull this off. So I could go to Google and just find Diamond Jim.
Yeah.
Or again, we're going to have you right here on our screen.
Yes.
So you pretty booked. Are you? Is holiday season a busy time for you?
It is. Typically in December, I'll do 25 to 30 shows.
Because you can do some daytime gigs too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Most magic works best at night. People are more open-minded, but I do a lot of luncheons and corporate functions.
So New Year's Eve you booked?
Yes, but sometimes I'll do multiple shows and I drop from one to the next. So.
Well, folks, if you ever have a chance to see this guy, I hope you get to sit as close as I did, because I'm telling you, he'd be fun to watch from an audience, but sitting this close is truly dazzling. So Diamond Jim Tyler, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
For being with us.
You're welcome.
Check him out, folks. You got the website here. Check out his books, but find his schedule, get his info, and bring him in for your next gig. You won't regret it. Thanks for being here. Thank you as well. Appreciate it.